Hey guys, and Happy New Year! So I just had a little New Year's holiday, so it's nice to be back doing videos about riding technique. And in this fun little video, I'm going to give you a tool that you can use while riding. So I call it the quiz tool or the riding quiz. So imagine that you are quizzing yourself, asking yourself some questions while riding to improve your riding basically. So I came up with my top 5 questions you should ask yourself while riding. And this is in case that you don't have any routine or any program that you're following when you're riding. Then some of these 5 questions would probably help you improve your riding a lot, okay? And these 5 questions, they are related to number 1, your technique efficiency. Number 2, your leg work or footwork. 3, body position. 4, let's see. Oh, that's important. That's your speed. And then number 5, but not least, your safety, which some people also are concerned about, but not all. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you should ask yourself about when you're riding, or the first thing I like to ask myself is, am I riding as effortless as possible? Okay? And in case the answer is no, then usually it's because you're either pulling the handlebars too hard or you're gripping the grips too tight. So you're basically wasting energy. Or you're standing up on sections where you could maybe be sitting down. If the track is completely smooth, then there's no need to waste energy on standing up actually, which is a big misconception people forget sometimes. So usually if you're pulling or gripping too hard in the handlebars, you have to do an adjustment, which is usually to balance yourself further forward, basically moving your chest further forward. So you need to have awareness of your chest as a balance point, also to make adjustments, okay? The next one, so that's your leg and footwork, okay? So sometimes during riding, I also ask myself, hey, are my legs and my footwork okay? And a good example is, for example, when you're cornering, are you applying pressure to the outside foot peg? In the case you're putting your leg out, you should also be thinking about pushing your leg forward, unless you're just slightly putting it out for a very short amount of time, like in bowl turns, for example. Okay? And in many other cases, I actually keep both my feet on the foot pegs, and then I'm applying pressure into both foot pegs while cornering. Okay? Another time I remind myself of what I call leg work or squeezing with the legs is during heavy braking. So if I have a long straight section where I'm charging, applying pressure into the foot pegs and gently pulling the handlebars to generate traction. And then right after that, then I stand up and let my hips fall back, and then I start to squeeze the bike with the legs when applying more and more pressure on the brakes, okay? So then I ask myself, hey, am I actually squeezing the bike enough? Because it creates stability during braking and more confidence, braking harder actually. Okay? So that was number 2. Number 3, ask yourself, are you actually looking like a pro when you're riding? So as you can see, this is related to the body position and how the body position looks from, like seen from the outside. So are your elbows out? Is your chest up, and do you have a 45-degree angle on your back? Like, do you even understand what correct body position is? If not, I will try to put a link in the description of how the attack position should look, like the riding position, the basically correct riding position, okay? Oh, and in case your answer is yes to any of these questions, of course you just pat yourself on the shoulders and continue riding and having fun. In case your answer is no, with this question about looking pro, I recommend you to use a technique I call the mental screenshot. So that's basically assuming that you know what the body position looks like. Then before you start riding, just get into that correct body position and take a mental screenshot, so to speak, of the full body, like a full body scan, and then remember that so you can fall back into that. But as you may know, if you're a student of my channel, it's not that simple because the body position is dynamic and it's ever changing. You're not spending more than usually 1 second in one body position. You're usually doing adjustments because the track is ever changing, and also your acceleration and braking is ever changing, right? So keep watching more videos if you want to understand more about that. Now, number 4, are you going fast but without overriding? Ask yourself that. Because if you're overriding, it means you're actually trying to go so fast that you're making small mistakes all the time, or even big mistakes all the time. And funny enough, if you eliminate those mistakes by going slightly slower, you will end up with a faster lap time, which means you will be going faster by basically trying to go a little bit slower just so you don't make any mistakes. Okay? It sounds pretty clever, right? If you ask me, that sounds like a good idea. Also because making mistakes can result in crashes, which will make you even slower, but also maybe get injured. Which brings us to the next one, number 5. You can ask yourself, hey, are you feeling safe and in control? That's pretty important if you ask me as well. So that's pretty much related to the previous one actually, but more with safety in focus, whereas the previous one is with speed in focus, okay? But they're related, okay? So if your answer is no, I'm not feeling safe and in control, well, guess what? You should try to slow down a bit again. So you get down to what I like to call your comfort zone, or riding within 80 to 99% of your capability. That's usually a good place to be doing most of your training. And for some skills that are really attention demanding, maybe even slow down to 60 or 70% of your max ability. Okay, the definition of going 100%, by the way, is in my book, is going as fast as you can without making any mistakes. Okay, if you go 101%, then that could be a definition for making one mistake per lap. If you're going at 110%, you could say, okay, that's when you make 10 mistakes per lap, okay? Which will then accumulate and make you slower and slower. And then going 99% could, for example, be defined by going 1 second slower lap time, depending on how big the track is, of course, right? If you disagree with this definition, by the way, let me know in the comments. I think it's a very useful definition. So if you want to ride safe and if you want to actually learn skills faster, you should spend most time in your comfort zone, and that way you will also avoid injuries. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like and remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one. If you want to learn more tools and techniques and habits that can improve your life quality and performance and well-being overall, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like tropical island holidays, visit fitcamp5.com for my 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning training camp, where we train fitness and action sports together while learning to live a healthy lifestyle and, maybe most importantly, have fun at the same time. And if you're really serious about improving yourself, you should definitely check out my full online courses, where I share step-by-step programs on how I developed my own routines over the last 12 years as a CEO working in 4 different countries, while being a successful competitive athlete with more than 20 years of experience in fitness and nutrition. Check the link in the description for that. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, be awesome, believe in yourself, and see you on the next one.